Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to day number 2 of my 31 days of October. This will be, of course, my second review for the 31 days of October. Of course, on day 1 of October 1st, I reviewed my all-time favorite horror film, The Exorcist. So if you haven't seen that first review yet, I highly recommend you go check that out. And now, since I already reviewed my favorite horror film of all time, now we're going to review some of my other favorite horror films of all time. And these are like in no particular order whatsoever, but I figured for the first review, for the 31 days of October, I would start off reviewing my all-time favorite horror film. Now, from day 2 and on, these are just random ones that I picked that are just my favorite horror films of all time. So, and of course you can tell by the title for day 2 of my reviews for the 31 days of October is another one of my personal favorite horror films, and that of course is The Shining. Now, The Shining is a film that came out in 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick. Now, first off, before I get on to the review and cast, I know that there is a Blu-ray Steelbook of this. I think it's an exclusive limited edition Blu-ray Steelbook, which I think Best Buy has, which I want to get at some point if I can find it. Hopefully I'll be able to get one, because it's a really cool looking steelbook, really cool looking. But this is the 2-disc special edition DVD I've had ever since like 2010. But anyways, Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, who I really enjoy as a director. You know, 2001: Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, among others as well. But you can tell stars Jack Nicholson, you have Shelley Duvall, Danny Lloyd as the little boy, and also you have Scatman Crothers. Of course, this is based on the novel by Stephen King, which I know Stephen King was not a fan of this film himself, and then he later went on to do the TV miniseries of The Shining, which is more based on his novel, and I gotta be honest, was not a fan of the miniseries whatsoever. I think Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining is the better version, in my opinion. But The Shining, I mean, what can you say much more about this film that hasn't been said before? Basically, you have the Torrance family, you know, Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and Danny Lloyd are going to be the caretakers at the Overlook Hotel during the winter. And then from there on, weird occurrences start happening to them, things like that. And Jack Nicholson, pretty much where you can tell by the end on the cover, goes crazy towards the end. But The Shining has a lot going for it. I mean, when you look at The Shining, this is another prime example of a really slow burn horror film that I love. Just like with The Exorcist, that's a slow burn film, and this one is too. But the thing with this one is, I really enjoy this film. Love this film. It is a slow burn film, but I got invested into the characters. I like the story. I like the whole setting. I love the music. It's directed very well by Stanley Kubrick. It's beautifully shot. And I got invested into the story. Just a lot of really great moments in the film that I'm going to get to in a minute. But getting off to the cast, without a doubt, this is without a doubt, in my opinion, my favorite role of Jack Nicholson. I mean, this is my favorite Jack Nicholson film of all time. I really do enjoy Jack Nicholson as an actor. Sorry. You know, really enjoy him as the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman. Anger Management with him and Adam Sandler, I enjoy. I mean, Jack Nicholson is just a very, very accomplished actor, and this is without a doubt what my favorite role of his as Jack Torrance. I mean, just, he steals the show in this film. Of course, you get that whole, "Here's Johnny." Yeah, it's on the cover right there. It's like the most famous line of the movie. But Jack Nicholson does a great job as Jack Torrance. He's really, really creepy, really menacing, really crazy. I think Shelley Duvall did a fine job as the wife, and the little boy, Danny, played by Danny Lloyd. I actually got to talk to Danny Lloyd at Monster Mania in Cherry Hill, New Jersey back in 2014. He was a pretty cool guy. You look up Danny Lloyd nowadays, he's a college professor now at a college, which I think is interesting. You go from The Shining and now you're a college professor. I think he teaches biology or something from what I remember, which I think is pretty interesting. And I like the others. Scatman Crothers is another great actor, great supporting character in the film. You know, so many great iconic moments. You know, the whole scene with the blood coming out of the elevator, and of course that's like one of my all-time favorite scenes of the movie is the blood coming out of the elevator. And on a side note here about the elevator scene, I don't know, like the trailer that I saw, there was like I don't know if it was just like a teaser or something like that, or that just might have been the official trailer for the film, but it just showed had the really creepy music, and it had like the crawl, the credits, starring Jack Nicholson, directed by Stanley Kubrick. And then, like, after the credits, like, stop rolling, then the, like, slow-mo, the blood comes out of the elevator with the creepy music playing. I mean, that just scene gives me goosebumps, like, every single time. That's, like, a great, iconic scene in the film. And, of course, another great scene is actually this scene here. You can see on the first disc, and there's disc 2. But on the disc 1, you see the picture of Danny on the bike. Really great, really well shot where the camera's directly behind him and the camera's following him from behind, and he's riding his bike through the hallways, and he turns the corner in the hallway and he sees the two twin girls at the very end, come play with us, Danny. And then he gets like this vision of them dead, and then he has like this horrified look on his face. I mean, that's another great moment, just really stands out to me as well. I think if I do like my top 10 scariest films, I would put this on there too. Another great scene, of course, when Jack Nicholson sees the bartender guy, and of course, who can't forget the woman in the bathtub, and Jack Nicholson sees that there ain't nothing in room 237, and of course, the whole redrum, things like that. And of course, the whole finale at the very end, when Jack Nicholson goes crazy and he has the axe and he's chopping down the door, and as he pokes his head through and says, "Here's Johnny," and the whole finale where Danny's being chased by Jack in the hedge maze in the snow, and I can go on and on about The Shining. The Shining, it's really hard for me to review this film as well. It's a classic film, really good cast, great music. It's beautifully well directed by Stanley Kubrick. I love the whole setting in the Overlook Hotel. It's a really desolate area, very, very creepy setting. It's a nice, gorgeous hotel, but it's really a desolate area. I love the whole setting. I love it's a creepy atmosphere to it. Jack Nicholson does great. It's just, The Shining, I don't know what I can say more about The Shining that hasn't been said before. The Shining is great, and that's why The Shining is one of my personal favorite horror films of all time. So anyways, thanks for watching my review for The Shining for Day 2 for the 31 days of October. And stay tuned for the next review, which will be on Day 3. So, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying so far my reviews. And like I said, the month of October is here. It's really exciting and all that stuff. One of my personal favorite holidays is Halloween. I just love the whole month of October, watching a lot of horror movies and reviewing them and things like that. It's a lot of fun. So, and also too, if you haven't seen, I was tagged in the 31 Days of October list by Jason, and I'm on there with if you guys want to go check out his Lisa Loves, things like that. They're doing the 31 Days of October reviews as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying so far, so thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.